I like
doing a
that
great
sweatshirt, by
job.
the way, a lot. I like the sweatshirt. That's nice. With the on the sleeve there, that's nice.
Yeah, is that their mascot or their logo? What is that?
That's their logo. They are the Marauders.
Ooh.
Fantastic. All right, and the Phillies got the Fanatic.
Yeah. Best. What are they?
Mascot?
Mascot.
Thank you. Best mascot in all of sport, in my
All right.
opinion.
And of course, the rock solid mascot here is Aaron Kahn. Okay.
Number two.
Number two. What was number one?
Did I do my research? Now, look, don't ask me that question every time because I don't have the answers every time. But I think I do have it for this one. What kept this out of the number one spot?
Oops.
It's okay. I don't have it every time. Jump by Van Halen.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
both of those start with like some keyboard too, because it was the 80s. So yeah, Jump by Van Halen kept Cyndi Lauper out of the number one spot. Sorry, Cindy. It's okay.
That was what Eddie said when he saw David Lee Roth standing on a building.
Might be okay for you to be away. Might be fine. All right, let's hear the first now.
This is not my joke. Somebody else's. It's my friend Charles's joke. He
Really?
says it much better.
He was a professional comedian.
Yeah, but his whole act was music related. You would have liked it.
Oh, it was hacky.
No, it wasn't hacky.
Well, that joke certainly.
Back in the day. It was fresh.
Boy,
That was when
I don't think that joke was ever fresh.
It was.
It's a pretty bad joke. That's a pretty bad joke.
Jump.
But that guitar at the beginning, it's that bing. It's like immediately you know what song it is.
You know what I suspect?
What?
That song is about sex. I never realized. 1964, they're singing about sex.
Well, they could sing it in a way that, wasn't
Get home
blatant.
to you, the things that
Yeah.
you do.
We didn't get in any, slapping that ass. They didn't sing stuff like that. And,
I think they still don't sing slapping that ass, but okay.
Yeah, they do. There's songs that say slap that ass.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Now that you're 60, you're going to talk like an old man. Is that, in my day,
I'm
we didn't
just
say
saying
slapping that ass.
It was more innuendo back then. It was more innuendo. Now, I have an interesting story about this next one. I forget the guy's name, but I was working on a show called Swamp Hunters.
Go on, humble brag.
Awful.
Swamp Hunters?
Swamp
What channel was
Hunters.
this?
I don't know, Travel Channel or some fucking
okay.
bullshit. And there's these good old boys, and they would go out and they'd find treasures in the swamp.
As you do.
I'm just going to spill it because I've said many times here, I never. Why are you sitting back and
I
holding
don't
your
know.
mic now? Is that comfortable?
I'm going to try it out.
What was I going to say? I never signed my NDA when I would work on these shows. They would give me my packet, and I would pull that page out and throw it away. And a rare occasion where they would go, "Oh, you didn't sign your NDA," but otherwise, they never even. And I know I didn't sign it for this show because I knew going in, I go, I got to talk about this fucking big time. So they went out. It was all staged. The treasures were
sure.
pre-buried. Everything was staged, and they would. So they would pre-shoot the footage. They would bring it to the story producers, and then they want us to put it together. So I would do my rudimentary string out, and then, it was funny around the office. So they would come to me and go, "Hey, you're the funny guy here, so you need to make this funny." And I'd be like, "Well, I can't make the footage that you already shot funny."
Right.
Yeah, but you can spice it up a bit. I go, "I can't change the footage." And they're like a funny voiceover. I'm like, it has to match the footage. It's just like, so anyway.
But isn't it amazing though how we've both worked on reality shows and know people who do them, and people believe them when they
People
watch
believe them.
They think it's not. Oh yeah, they find all this stuff and
No,
we
they
put
didn't.
it there.
No. So, okay, I do remember his name. So my superior on this show, like the executive producer, or the guy in charge of me directly, was Steve Jones, was his name.
Okay.
Yes, just like, so talking to him one day,
You're like,
he tells
wow,
me
you're
that
in the Sex Pistols?
He was
That's amazing.
No, he used to be in a band called The Unforgiven. Well, I have that album.
Oh, wow.
And I was
okay.
what? I go, who were you in the band? He's like, the lead singer. I go, are you kidding me? And then he said, yeah, I also wrote a song that Asia recorded. And the song was called Days Like These. Now, when I saw the credit Steve Jones on the song Days Like These, I always thought it was Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols because I didn't even know the members of the Unforgiven.
Sure.
So that was wild to me. So I took my Unforgiven album in and he signed it for me. So this song is called All Is Quiet on the Western Front. And I don't know if anyone knows this band, but here we go.
This is the Unforgiven.
The Unforgiven.
If you're wondering what guys in bands do now, so this was the guy who told you to make it funny?
Yeah.
You're the funny guy.
I guess he knows music, but anyway.
Oh, boy. Swamp Hunters?
Swamp Hunters.
Oh,
fucking
God.
Piece of garbage. So bad. Let me tell you this. I'm going to tell this story too.
Okay.
Maybe I've told this. Again, I always feel there's new listeners. They might not know all my stupid stories. So we go into this meeting and we're watching a rough cut of the show and it's fucking terrible. And they give us all these crazy notes that none of them we can address. We can't address any of these notes that they want because we don't have that footage. They're like, what if the guys do this? You already shot the footage. They can't go to a diner. So we come back and we're in cubicles and the girl, her name was Brandeis. I remember her name. Now look, by this point, I had made a paper chain. Remember when you were a kid and you make a paper chain?
Yeah.
Because I had it with the show. So I made a paper chain of how many days I had left. And I pinned it in my cubicle, and every day I would take a chain off and throw it away so I could see I'm almost there. So we get back to our cubicles, and we were back to back in these cubicles. So like if we both backed up, we would hit our chairs.
Okay.
So I'm at my cubicle, not doing anything because there's nothing to do really. And I hear her, she's crying. She's crying because of the notes we just got. And I go, Brandeis. And she goes, what? I go, why are you crying? Like I'm literally
There's
Tom
no
Hanks.
crying in reality TV.
I'm like, are you crying? She's like, yes. I go, why are you crying? She goes, because we just got all these notes that they want us to address. And then she says this, and you don't seem to care. And I was like, and I just turn around in my chair. I go, yeah, I don't care, Brandeis. And you shouldn't either because we can't address these notes. There's nothing we can do. We can't do it. She's like, what are we going to do? I go, I don't know. Sit in there with the editor, tweak some things, make it look a little bit different. They won't even know. They'll think we address them.
Okay.
But-
and you did do that, and they didn't, nothing ever came of it. And then you were fired the next day.
I never even watched the show.
Right.
I never even watched the show. Okay, Neil, this is going to be the hardest part of the interview for me.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. So I collect autographed albums. When sometimes guests are on the show in person and I get them to sign stuff. And sometimes I, wait after the show as a fan and get stuff signed. Pete Townsend, Ray Davies, Chrissy Hine, Todd Rundgren, you name it. I got them.
Yep.
They're signed and they're hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I'm going to tell you this is because I've told my listeners this story many times and I just want to get some closure on it. It was
Sure.
Thursday, September 13th, 2012. Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo played live at the Canyon Club in Agora Hills, California.
Yes.
After the show, I'm waiting for an autograph. And I'm the only person waiting, Neil. It's just me. Unassuming. I'm not aggressive. I'm just standing there with my Crimes of Passion album. So Pat comes out first, and she's with another woman, I assume a handler. And I ask Pat for an autograph, and Pat says, no problem. Just let me get settled in the car. SUV was there. So I'm like, okay, great. So I'm assuming Pat's going to get settled in the car, roll the window down, and call me over. But that does not happen. And I'm like, so, I'm still waiting. And then you come out. And I said, and it's terrible, Neil. I'm going to have to quote you. But I said, Neil, could I get a signature? And you said, buddy, I can't do that. And then you got in the car.
Correct.
And then you drove away. And
Right.
I know that you guys love your fans.
Mhm.
And I don't, what happened? What was going on that night, you think?
Well, usually we do sign stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what could have happened, but once Patricia wasn't going to sign something for whatever reason it is, I can't, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
I
I
understand.
can't do it.
I get
because
it.
that would make her feel bad like that. We've sat and signed records for so many people. The Canyon Club is a local gig.
Mhm.
It could have been because we have followers after we leave a place like that. We probably needed to get out of there. I'm going to say that may be it. I'm not
Are you
sure.
saying people that would follow you to your house?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. And depending on road managers, again, I'm not throwing somebody under the bus, but I'm thinking I know who the road manager was at the time, and I'm not going to mention names on who this person was.
Okay.
All I know is that when I went back on the road, when they found out he wasn't the road manager, they go, "Thank God."
All right.
Right. So, okay. Well, we'll sign him something for you anytime you want.
Well, Neil, look, I've told this story on the
Maybe
show.
I don't know. Maybe you're not a nice guy. Maybe that was it. Man, this guy looks like a bad guy. Maybe.
Hold on, I have to take this phone call. I'm pausing this. Okay. All right. Hold on, I'm taking it. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Lewis. I'm calling from USPS Consumer Affairs. I missed a phone call from this number.
Yeah, I had called last week about a package that is lost, and I was told that I was going to get an email with all the pertinent information so that I could file a claim, but I have not gotten anything yet.
All right, I can give you, let's see, how do you want to get this? You want to get it by email, or do you want to get me to give you the number to file a claim?
I would like it by email, please.
What's your email number? Email address.
Okay, now I'm going to apologize for this email address in advance. It's Batman.
It's Fat Man?
No, not Fat Man. How dare you, sir?
Should be Fat Man.
How dare you? It's Batman.
Like, wait a minute.
It's Batman. Batman.
So are you an adult?
Okay, and then it's Batman, and then my initials: P as in Pat, F as in fat, and D as in dog.
Is that capital or just lowercase?
Just lowercase. Everything's lowercase. And now I'm going to apologize for this also at AOL.com.
AOL.
Please don't judge me, sir.
No, I have a Hotmail, so I don't judge you.
That's okay. Go over to my MySpace page later.
Oh, my God. No, that's a bit old.
It's crazy,
Okay,
right?
so I will email you some information on this.
Okay.
So you can,
Now, the other gentleman said he was going to email me the information too, and he didn't. So how do I trust you?
I can give you a number.
Wow.
If you don't get it, you can call me back.
It's pretty ballsy, but I'll take it.
It's area code 661.
Okay.
He's recording this.
775 6684. My name is Lewis.
Thank you so much, Lewis. And this conversation has been recorded. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't care.
He didn't give a shit.
Did you record that whole thing?
Yes, I did.
Are you subjecting our listeners to this crap? We're lucky they stayed on this long.
I sent a 20-pound package to my kid in Brooklyn, and it's not even in the system yet. That was on the 12th of March. That guy was good, right? That guy had a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Lewis, he gave me his number. By the way, everyone, you're going to have Lewis's number, give him a call. Do I have to beep his number out? No, I told him it was recorded.
Well, you kind of didn't. You told him after, which is actually it's illegal.
And did you hear what he said there? He goes, oh, okay.
All right, it's fine.
Yeah, but when I edit it, I'm going to take the part where I tell him that it's recorded, and I'm going to put it at the beginning. All right.
Who are you sending that 20-pound package to?
My daughter in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got a 1-pound package that I'm going to send to Ohio.
Everybody hated that,
Hold on,
right?
it's like King
Hold on a
Arthur.
second, guys.
It was.
Hold on. Shh. Hello.
Hello, sir. How you doing? My name is Lewis. I'm calling from USPS Consumer Affairs.
Hey, Lewis.
Hi. I just spoke to you a few minutes ago.
Yes. Hi.
Have you received my email?
Well, let me check.
I heard you were recording our
Let me check.
conversation.
Let me check. Okay, go to my AOL account. Let me refresh. I want a Commodore VIC-20. It's going to take a second. Hit that. And
When'd your plane take off? You're gonna be late.
Yeah, I am not. I do not have. Item recovery claim from Lewis. Oh, there it is, Lewis. Okay. Okay, thank you. And then this is going to tell me what to do.
Correct.
Excellent. Thank you, Lewis. You are on top of your job.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too. This has been recorded.
Like, I really don't think you can broadcast this. I think it's illegal. I mean, you can't broadcast this because it sucks, but you can't broadcast the phone call. That's
It's fine.
highly illegal.
I think it's fine.
All right.
He called me.
Still,
I think if someone calls you,
that
you
works. I don't think
have
that's how it
all
works.
our calls recorded.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We better start taking notes, Murray, when
Yeah.
we're in the court trial.
I'm just going to say I do not approve of this. This was Murray Valeriano. Do not approve of this.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Rock Solid, the comedy podcast for all things music, both new and classic. I'm Pat Francis, and this is our first newly recorded episode of 2024, and it is a Versus episode. So please welcome to the Zoom room from New Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
Why? Why right off the bat?
What?
I don't know, the whole New Jersey thing.
Dave Festini. That's where you live.
It is, but not in Jersey. I don't live in Jersey.
Where do you live?
I live in New Jersey,
Why do
the Garden State,
Why do people say Jersey?
because they're idiots. That's
All right.
why.
Did you? I forget. Were you born and raised in Jersey?
Absolutely.
All right. And you love it.
Oh, I don't know if I love it.
It's the Garden State.
I mean, we're taxed, unbelievably taxed. And
Don't people pump your gas for you?
yes, that is one of the great things about New Jersey. We don't have to get out of our cars to get gas.
Lazy bastards.
No, it's amazing.
Do any women pump the gas, or is it always a guy?
No, I've had women pump my gas.
Easy.
I'll bet.
Yeah. Calm down.
No, at the I generally go to the Costco, and there are absolutely a couple of women there.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you go there specifically because of the women?
I said no such thing.
All right.
I said I go to Costco
Okay.
because they tend to have cheaper gas,
All right.
and there are some women who do the whole pump thing.
Yeah. Do you have to tip them?
No, have you been the person who's brought this up in the past? You don't tip people, give you gas.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. Well, he's angry already. Let me move on to our scorekeeper.
You started with me right off the top with the Jersey thing.
Okay, Bags, you're a dad.
Yes, I am.
Do you want to say your kid's name, or don't you like that? You don't want to put it out there.
Her name is Sophia.
Sophia, and how old's Sophia?
She is 10. She's going to be 11 in June.
Okay.
Frank's over here. He's 12.
Yeah.
Does she like older men?
Yeah.
Prom date? Does she have a prom date yet?
No.
Why doesn't Bags look at me when I talk to him?
Prom. Preg. Prom.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. That's preg. I should.
No, abort. No, don't say abort.
Don't say abort.
Joke gone wrong. Joke gone
Okay,
wrong.
we're leaving it
Okay,
alone.
we're done.
And who's she staying with this week? You just leave her alone?
My mom's watching her right now.
Oh, we talked about your mom.
How is your
earlier.
mom?
How old's your mom?
Yeah.
She's in her 60s.
She's in her 60s.
She like younger men?
She does.
She does?
Does she have a boyfriend currently?
She has a husband, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but does she have a boyfriend?
Not that I know.
And how long has this gentleman been in the picture?
And what's the title of what is your official position?
Project coordinator.
Oh, project coordinator.
And do you work from home, or do you go in the office?
I work from home.
You were asleep. I just asked him that.
I know.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, but
turning my phone off because it was blowing up like crazy.
Yeah, their offices are in
Bag's
Denver.
mom
so
won't stop sexting me.
Oh, no.
Go ahead. We are doing prog rock bullshit, although I'll call it prog rock BS, so bullshit isn't out there.
It already is.
I mean, I'm saying it, but I mean when I do the description. I won't title the episode prog rock bullshit. I'll call it prog rock BS.
Well, I think bullshit sounds better.
I know, but is that going to get me pinged for something? I don't know. I don't know how the world
I
works.
don't know how the world works.
Prog rock fuckery?
Sounds better.
Yeah.
It's funny because your mom just texted that same word to me. It said, no, fuckery. It said, hey, are you down for some fuckery tonight? I said, your son's here. And she said, what's your point?
I got the text asking if I was down for some bullshit. So I don't know what's going on with her today.
So, Bags, you came up with this title.
Yes, I did.
And you and I are
Topic. Have you ever listened to Gentle Giant?
Oh yeah, I definitely have.
All right. Maybe the most unlistenable prog rock band I've found. But they have these elaborate album covers and everything also.
Bags, would you like to play one of your next songs?
Sure.
What would you like to play?
Let's play some Caravan again.
You don't want to play Convenience by Gentle Giant after he just slammed you?
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I want
let's
to hear
play
it. 'cause
it. Let's
is
play Gentle
really,
Giant.
really hard. That was the one. That was the only one I had difficulty really getting into.
The song is called Convenience, and then in parentheses, this is about Bags' mom, I guess. It says clean and easy.
Yeah.
So here we
and convenient.
Heidi Gardner this year broke character and laughed and made. I know.
She is.
I know.
My comedy
She's
crush.
so funny.
She's so funny and so cute.
What? No, you can't say that. You can only say that she's funny. You can't say she's
bleep
cute.
it out.
Okay, beep.
Okay.
And she went on social media and said how mad she was at herself for breaking, because she said, my job is not to laugh. My job is to, inhabit the character and get through the sketch so other people laugh. And she was so mad at herself. And it was the Beavis and Butthead sketch
Dude,
where she turned around and she sees Mikey Day as Butthead, and she just broke. And I'm just thinking, he must have really been turning it on because they rehearsed it all week.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe she didn't see him in full makeup.
Maybe she didn't see him in full makeup because they do a full dress.
Yeah. So she had to have seen him. But I think he was making the face he was really overdoing it.
Also, it made the sketch her breaking. Like it made it funnier.
I mean, when someone breaks, we go back to the Carol Burnett show. We all like
Sure,
that. But
of course.
I understand if you're an actor and you want to be taken seriously. I get where you might be bummed at yourself, but I'm sure everyone there said it's fine. We've all done it.
Yeah, for sure. I
Ryan
get it.
Gosling couldn't get through any of the sketches that night.
Yeah. But it
is funny when they break.
It is, especially her because she's so cute. Bleep.
Say that.
Bleep. But no, especially her because she's
what's so cute about her?
She's just adorable. She's good looking.
Bleep.
Well, now it's going to make me sound like I'm saying something dirty.
You didn't say anything.
Well, she had that bleep and those bleep.
Nice set of boop. That could be eyes.
Eyes. Feet.
Ears.
Feet. No, I guess that kind of makes it
She got
creepier
the
too.
hottest ears.
Oh, those ears.
I'm going to say, though, this first guy I play, I don't think anyone can deny this is a much better album than the debut.
Okay.
So we'll see what you think.
Okay. I will judge.
Yes, you always judge. You judge women by their looks. You judge
her bleeps are adorable.
You're talking
And by
about
bleeps,
her
elbows.
You're talking about her sense of humor is off the charts.
No.
Bleep.
She's so funny, man, and she does.
She's funny.
Her characters are great.
Yeah, I love everything about her.
Like,
number one, her personality.
Oh, of course.
Number two, her brain.
Yeah.
And number three, bleep.
Oh, I don't even see bleeps.
Yeah, not after those two things.
No. But that Instagram thing where she thinks the Colin Jost is hitting on her.
Yeah.
It's so great.
So funny.
She's so great.
All right, here's the first one. This next gentleman stayed at the house with his family. They rented our upstairs when they were here on vacation.
Is anybody renting there now?
No, that door wouldn't be
I'm
open.
gonna have to pee.
What if someone just walked by naked and you saw their beeps? Here we go.
Their knees?
No. When I'm reading these books now, like the first one I read was Pete Way, and it was super metal and super drugs and all that. So I don't want to read all those type of books in a row. Like I'm not going to read Ozzy after that or something, or Anthony Kiedis after that. So after that, I needed a palate cleanser. So I read the Henry Winkler book. Then after I read Henry Winkler, I was like, well, I've read 2 books by dudes, so now I'll read Holly Knight because she's a woman. And then after that, I hope this doesn't sound weird. I'm like, well, I'll read Lenny Kravitz now because he's African American. You know what I mean?
That sounds weird.
Okay. But I love his beep. And then the second one's not as good as the first.
What's that one song where she goes?
That's Middle of the Road.
I hate that song.
That's on the third album.
That's a terrible song.
God, I love that song.
Oh, I hate that song.
I got a kid. I'm 33, baby.
I only like the.
He does a, she does a cat.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of hot.
Let's continue. What do you think of her?
She's still got good beeps. No, I think it is getting dirty.
Vocal cord? You mean vocal cords?
cords, both of them. Yes.
Right. We're 34 seconds into this. We have 2 more minutes. You ready to hop back in?
All right, hold on.
This is like reading a book.
You got to put a snack to feel my.
You got to put a bookmark in this one.
All right,
here we go.
Let's go. You gonna list off more things you didn't bring?
Here we go.
Now, I think everyone that gets in front of a drum kit wants to belt this one out. It's an undeniable classic. And the best version I've seen was at that Taylor Hawkins tribute when Shane played it for his dad. I mean, how good was that? I think I went through 12 boxes of Kleenex. Oh, it's so emotional.
Wait a second.
Anyway, this is my one. I
hope that was for tears.
Oh, I don't think it was.
You think he was jerking off? I think so. Do you think he lasted 2 minutes?
I think he unzipped his pants and pulled out his beep. Let me tell you a story.
Are you sure?
It's a story about tonight at work.
Okay.
Because I work tonight. I work 1 to 9. I come straight home, and we start recording.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this crazy woman that comes to the store. Her name's Sandra. The first interaction I had with her, she was at the register, and she was like having trouble talking, and she's like, "I need a dentist. I have a problem. I'm having a crown, and my dentist won't work with me anymore." Yeah, she's crazy.
She's crazy. She's coming in and talking to you about her dentist.
Yeah. Now I'm using the name Sandra when I tell the story because her name is Sandra. So I suggested our dentist. I go, I have a great dentist, Dr. Dan Hilton, and but she's
you
like,
actually were engaging her and giving her
she was
dental
asking me.
recommendations.
She's like, do you have it? Okay, so this is like months and months ago, and every time she comes in, she talks to me.
Of course she does.
So I'm on the frozen foods tonight, loading up the frozen lasagna, whatever they need.
Working man.
Fucking load it.
That's right.
So I look up, Jesus Christ, fucking Sandra.
Oh.
No. And she's like, why is it so cold in here? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they want you to shop quicker.
Get out my store.
Just get out. She's like, that can't be the case. It's freezing though. It's like when you're in a hospital. I go, I know. I go, I was in the emergency room about a month ago. So I know that it's cold. What were you in the emergency room for? I'm like, and then in my head, I'm like, fuck. I said the wrong thing.
Why are you volunteering any information
thing.
to anybody, actually?
I said the wrong thing.
Okay.
So she goes, what were you in there for? I go, well, my heart rate was high. Why? And then I said, she's like, what'd they do for you? And I said, well, they did a chest x-ray and an EKG and they took blood and everything. That was all fine. Well, then why was your heart rate up? I go, well, then they discovered that I was dehydrated because I had the flu.
And because you didn't listen to your wife.
It's funny because you came up. She goes, are you married? I go, yeah. She goes, where was your wife? I go, she was right. I go, she was with me. She
telling
drove
you
me
to
there.
Drink water. That's what.
I go, she was with me.
Right.
But she was assuming that you weren't taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she was going.
Yep.
So I said, she was with me, Sandra. You calm fucking down, Sandra. And then she goes, what emergency room did you go to? I'm like, West Hills. I thought that's a hospital. I go, it's West Hills Medical Center. It's over there. She's like, you know what?
Oh no.
It's just like, why are you telling me this? She goes, I had a gynecologist appointment over there once. She goes, you know what the doctor's name was?
Oh,
I go,
no.
what? She goes, Dr. Heyman. Get it?
That is kind of funny.
You know what that means, right? I go, yes, Sandra, I know what it means. But again, I'm just like, can anyone come rescue me? Someone rescue me. And then she goes, what did she say? She's like, I got dehydrated once. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I got to hear her fucking story. She's like, she goes, I always go to I think she said the Long Beach 500. That's an auto race. She goes, I used to drive a pace car in the Long Beach 500.
What?
And I go,
really?
Oh. I go, really? I would have never thought that. And she goes, hey, I'm a happening chick. All right, I guess. She's not a happening chick, though. She looks like Angeline right before like the final surgery.
Oh, got it.
So I'm like, oh, well, that's amazing. And she's like, and I got dehydrated there. And then she tells me the whole story about I walked to my car and I had to sit down. I felt like I was going to pass out. And then she goes, I finally got in my car and I was able to drive home. And then she adds stuff I don't want to know. She's like, and I got home and I stripped completely out of all my clothes and got right in bed. And I'm like, okay, this is too much.
It's why she's talking to you to begin with.
I can't
Very
get away from her.
disappointed about the
I cannot
wife.
get away from her.
Fact.
And she's a happening chick, so I guess I'm supposed to be interested. I cannot get away from her. I'm like trapped.
You're a chick magnet at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, well, I'm attracting the wrong chicks. This is not the happening chick I want to attract. I can't get away from her. Then she goes, "You got a PPO?" I'm like, Jesus Christ. I go, "Yeah, I think." She goes, "You know what? I had a PPO."
Oh no.
This is where she gets really wacky. And then, Obama was in there.
Oh no.
And she's like, and then it was all messed up. And she's like, she keeps talking. And she's like, so that, when he was there, it was all messed. And she's going on and on.
Oh God.
And she goes, then she says, this is so stupid. She goes, so I got on the Affordable Care Act.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No.
This is like an SNL sketch.
And I said, because I'm like, oh, she's an idiot. So I say, how did that work out for you? She goes, oh, it was great.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
are you kidding? That's like the the running joke about people who are like, oh, Obamacare is so stupid.
I know.
Stupid. I'm on the Affordable Care Act, which is Obamacare, you idiot.
She goes, that worked out great. I was just like,
my God.
But now I'm not allowed to engage like that. Like I can't say that was Obamacare, you stupid fuck.
Right.
I can't say that. I just have to take comfort in that. Hey, Cassandra, I got you.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So then she looks at her hand.
Oh no! How long was she hanging out with you at the frozen food section?
It felt like a half hour.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do work.
Okay.
And I don't want to talk to this happening chick.
Mm-hmm.
So she looks at her hand and she goes, look how blue my hand is. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably cold because you've been in the frozen section the whole time.
To me.
And she goes, no, that can't be it. Of course it can't be. She's like, what do you think that it? Look, it's kind of purple. I go. So I've already given her the reason.
Right.
And so I said, boy, I don't know what that could be. And then she's like, boy, I mean, and then finally I just had to say, hey, great talking to you.
Good.
I gotta move. I gotta go in the back. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was like, and she's like, well, always fun talking to you. I'll see you next time. And I'm like, oh my God, please no.
Yeah, you've got to find some outs for these.
I don't have
this
any
fan
outs.
club that you have.
It's not a fan club. It's Sandra.
It is a fan club.
So then I went over and I told, there's a guy that works there. He's fantastic. His name's Patrick. He's younger than me by like 15 years, but he's still my go-to older person.
I like him.
Yeah.
That man bun Patrick?
Yes.
Yes,
he's
I really
great.
like him. Yeah.
So I go over and I tell him this thing and he's cracking up. He's like, she's a nutcase, and then Rachel comes over and she goes, yeah, she's nuts. And then Patrick goes, when she's talking like that, you're allowed to say, I can't be talking about things like this. And you can walk away. And I go, okay. Like, Dr. Heyman and all that stuff.
Oh, right.
She goes, yeah, he's like, you can just, okay. I'm like, all right, I can just go. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, good to know.
Well, that's good that he's helping you.
Yeah.
Extricate yourself.
Well, he's been there. He's been there longer than me. So I always go to him to ask things.
Okay.
All right. That's my story.
You just can't help it.
Take a drink.
You can't help it. That's right.
I didn't do anything.
I know, Pat.
Now.
It's your charisma.